Once upon a time, there lived a king who was quite strange and liked giving unusual jobs to his people in the kingdom. One day, the king announced a challenge. Anyone who could tell him a sufficiently long story would receive a reward of their wish. However, those who failed to satisfy the king's storytelling demands would face punishment. The nature of this punishment remained unknown, causing fear in the hearts of the kingdom's residents, so they hesitated to turn up. Despite the risk, one day a courageous man who had financial need decided to try his luck. He was known for his exceptional storytelling abilities. As he began recounting his tale to the king, 3 long hours passed before he concluded. However, despite the man's 3-hour storytelling effort, the king remained unsatisfied, finding the story too short. Due to the king's dissatisfaction with the storyteller's narrative, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. The man found himself facing not praise and rewards, but rather they decided to put him in jail. This made the man very surprised and very sad. After this incident, no one came to the palace to tell any story. A week later, a young man appeared before the king, ready to tell a story. He began narrating a tale about a farmer.
In a village, there was a farmer who owned a piece of farmland where he grew grains. However, every day, birds would come and eat some of the grains in his field. The man decided to catch the birds and stood there. The birds held a meeting and decided that if they all went together, the farmer might catch them. So, they chose to go one by one, picking up grains and flying away. Each time a bird would go a far distance from the man, making it difficult for him to catch them. So one bird came, picked up some grain, and flew away.
Brr.
Another bird came, picked up some grain, and flew away.
Brr.
Another bird came, picked up some grain, and flew away.
Brr.
Another bird came, picked up some grain, and flew away.
Brr.
The man continued to repeat this process again and again. After doing this about 20 times, the king stopped him and said,
"Okay, how many times are you repeating this? What happened next?"
The young man replied,
Your Majesty, this is just the beginning. Only 24 birds have taken their share so far. There are still 999 more birds are waiting, and they will continue this process in the next round as well.
The young man's story and his cleverness surprised the king. The king understood his foolishness. He said,
"Well, you have certainly impressed me with your storytelling skills, young man. I did not expect such creativity. You may have your reward. Tell me what you desire."
As the young man stood before the king, he unveiled a surprising twist to the story. With a determined look, he made a heartfelt request. He asked the king to release his father. Astonishingly, it was revealed that the man who had attempted to tell the story to the king a week ago and was imprisoned was none other than the young man's father. After a moment, the king made a decision. He ordered the release of the young man's father. The young man successfully reunited with his father, and they left the palace together. So friends, being creative and clever can help you overcome really tough problems. Even when things are strange or difficult, if you use your imagination and think in unique ways, you might discover solutions that surprise everyone.